Hello, my friends. Tisha here. Got a question. So, how often do you scroll through your news feed or your social media feed and something kind of catches your eye that makes you stop the scroll for a second? Sometimes it's almost intriguing enough to get you to actually click on whatever the post or headline is and learn more about it, right? So, today we'll be talking about an article that caught my eye. And the article that came through says, Man who ate only McDonald's for 100 days to lose weight shares his final results. Now, of course, an article headline like that is going to grab my attention. I'm in the health and nutrition space, right? So when I clicked on the article to get into the actual article and read it, it just it got me so frustrated, which most articles that I read do when it comes to health and nutrition, that instead of just running around my house and screaming at my family about how ridiculous this article is, I thought that I would share my frustration with all of you because it's important. Once we get through this article, you're going to see again firsthand where these myths that we keep just perpetuating over and over and over again and saying over and over and over again are 100% why we are getting fatter and sicker. It's like over the last 70 years, we were told to do these things, these very specific things, and we've all been trying to do them. And we're all getting heavier, all feeling sicker. We all feel like garbage. We're all starting to take more medications or self-treating with supplements, and all the things keep happening. And then we're told it's in our head or it's just what happens when we get older. And I'm going to tell you, folks, this article is so frustrating because it's once again people in the healthcare space that are just lying. Now, are they doing it deliberately because they know better? No. But should they be educating themselves and staying up to date with the latest research so they don't mislead you? Yes. And that's kind of where my frustration is because I'm tired of seeing and hearing over and over again that there are certain things you're supposed to do to lose weight and to get healthy because none of those things work. Okay. So I'm going to kind of walk you through this article here just so you can see some of the highlights. So first of all, he started his 100-day challenge, only eating at McDonald's. Now, the article mentions nothing about what he actually ate at McDonald's. So whether or not we can say what he ate at McDonald's led to his weight loss, I think is kind of pushing the envelope a little bit there, right? So, but if we go down here and we see his methods were quite straightforward. He ate 3 meals a day from McDonald's. We don't know what, but he ate 3 times. But he cut the portions in half, so he had massive calorie restriction, and he also skipped all snacks and stopped drinking anything, no sugar drinks, no alcohol, no nothing, and only drank water. So think about that for a second. He cut his portions in half, stopped snacking all day long, and only drank water. Do you really think it's what he ate in McDonald's that led to the weight loss? Yeah, me either. So let me kind of go through this a little bit more. He talks a little bit about his blood work being in normal range. And if you've seen any of my other stuff, you have my views on what a healthy normal range is and what you're being told by your doctor. So triglyceride levels dropped. That's good. Fantastic. We always want to keep our triglycerides lower. So the fact that his dropped by 205 points means that his triglycerides were astronomical. His cholesterol dropped by 65 points. I don't know what that actually means, if that's his total cholesterol, if that's his LDLs, HDL, something specific. I don't know. But says that he was pre-diabetic and now he has A1C levels that are in a healthy range. Again, I don't know what that is. I don't know what his doctor told him a healthy range is. I don't know if he dropped 1/10 of a point and now he's no longer in the range of pre-diabetes. I don't know. But then I kind of got a little bit more frustrated because as you're thinking about this and you here's the man who went to McDonald's that everybody's panicking about. He cut his calories in half, stopped all other snacking, and is only drinking water. And then they bring in a dietitian. Oh, dietitians, you got to love them, right? I went to school because I was convinced getting nutrition and dietetics degree and becoming a dietitian was going to give me all the tools and resources I need to help clients learn how to make lifestyle choices and eat the right nutritional foods that would last a lifetime for their health. That's not how that works. So what do we have here? We have a registered dietitian who comes in and says she agrees that cutting calories is important, but maybe a little bit more well-rounded method. And her concerns were not that he cut his calories in half, started eating 50% less food. That's just in the portions of the meals, remember. He also stopped snacking. So he's actually eating even less than 50% of the calories that he was consuming 101 days ago. But she's worried about salt. Salt. I've talked about salt in the past and how important salt is in our body and how tightly regulated salt is in our body, that we're keeping it at a certain level. Our body actually has processes in place to make sure of that. And she's stressed not about the sodium content in the food that he's eating. And she also says, the fact that he's not exercising either, that's going to lead to a weight loss plateau. So, what have we heard so far from her? Cut your calories by more than 50% is no problem. You need to eat less salt and you need to work out more. Folks, I got to tell you, those are three of the biggest myths out there. I could throw in a couple extra, but it's garbage. It is absolutely crap. First of all, anybody who tells you that calorie counting or calorie restriction is any type of solution for weight loss doesn't know how the body works. I'm sorry. Our bodies are not machines. They do not have calculators inside saying you need 1,757 calories in order to do this. And if you have a deficit of 350 versus 500, our bodies don't do that. It's just not how it works. So anybody who's telling you about portion sizes or the number of calories you're supposed to eat or the amount of protein you're supposed to have doesn't know what they're talking about. They don't actually know how the body works. They don't know about biology. So that's the first issue that we have. Anybody who tells you that you should be eating a low salt diet, a low fat diet, working out harder, making sure you eat whole grains and vegetables, all that stuff is garbage. It just is. And the idea that anybody thinks that exercise is going to help you lose weight doesn't know what they're talking about. Stop listening to them. Now, this might seem a little bit extreme, and you might not like the fact that I'm kind of being pretty direct with all this, but I'm going to tell you, folks, I've gone through all of this. I've studied all of the research. I can show you so many research studies that disprove all this garbage we keep being told over and over again. I mean, we know this. Just because you say it over and over again does not make it true. And when you try to do whatever that thing is and it doesn't work, and you keep trying it, wondering why it's not working, stop. It's time to do something different because this is not okay. And out of all this entire article that never talks about McDonald's and what was actually eaten, other than to say he only ate there, and that nobody seems to be concerned with the fact that he's being told to have a low salt diet, that he's supposed to be working out harder, and that cutting his calories by more than 50% is okay. Well, of course, if you do those things, you're going to lose weight. But you know what also is going to happen? He's going to end up becoming a weight loss expert. Why? Not because he's going to go to school and study about how to become one. It's going to be because he gains all the weight back. And he's going to do those same things again to lose it again. We all do that. We've all become weight loss experts because we keep gaining weight and keep working to lose it again. So, kind of an expert at it now, right? You know exactly how to lose weight, but do you know how to keep it off? Do you know how to make sure that the decisions that you're making and the lifestyle changes that you've made are sustainable? So if you live to 100 years old, you're not doing this crazy up and down thing over and over again. I mean, out of this entire article, the only thing I agree with this is the very last sentence. And let's remember that health isn't just about the number on the scale. 100%. Most of my clients I deal with, even though they want a starting weight, I tell them just to throw it away. The number on the scale means nothing at all. And really, 2 out of 3 times you stand on a scale, you're gonna be disappointed. It's either not have changed or it's gone up. Right? There's only a 30% chance it's gonna actually go down when you step on the scale. So it's gonna discourage you anyway, and that's a whole other can of worms. But I just wanna say, if you are struggling with any symptoms that are based on metabolic health, which would be weight gain or trouble losing weight, becoming pre-diabetic or diabetic, heart disease, brain fog, fatigue, that exhausted feeling, joint pain, All of those different symptoms that we're spending so much money on with prescriptions that are forever. We're trying to self-treat with over-the-counter drugs and supplements, and you're not getting better, and things seem to be getting worse and worse, and all you're hearing from your doctor is either it's in your head because your results are normal, or it's just what happens when we age. It's not true. It's just not true. Now, do I think the people telling you this are intentionally trying to deceive you? No. And I don't have a problem with conventional doctors telling you what they know. What I'm frustrated with is that anybody in the healthcare space that has not taken the time to learn the latest research or to even uncover the research that's been hidden to make sure that if information they're giving you is not just regurgitated stuff they learned about 40 years ago in medical school, that's what I have a problem with. Because what we've been taught isn't working. If you want to find out more about my thoughts on these types of myths and things you should be doing instead, visit me at tishacastillo.com. Follow me on social. This article is not about him eating at McDonald's. This article is about the misinformation about cutting calories, lowering your salt, and working out harder as the only options for weight loss. Anybody can lose weight if they stop eating for 100 days, folks. Have you watched Naked and Afraid? They stop eating for 21 days and they all drop a ton of weight. Is it fat that they're losing? A little bit. Bone density, water, muscle mass, all those things. Is it sustainable? No. You're not looking to be able to make a slight improvement for a certain period of time. You need to learn how to take care of you and your health so that you can continue to take care of you. Because if you don't make time for your health today, you'll be forced to make time for your illness tomorrow. I'm Tisha Castillo with Simplified Health and Nutrition. Can't wait to see you again. Take care.